All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. This is your brother Shemaiah. First, I'm going to give honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the eldest apostles, great millstone. Peace and citations to all you Akim and Akwat out there that follow Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai with truth and sincerity. I like to say shalom. The title of this video is going to be called There's a Lot of Terrorists Amongst Us. A lot of terrorists amongst the wheat. Okay? And the terrorists are heathens that look like Israelites. Now, you have 2/3 that are terrorists, but actual terrorists are heathens that look like Israelites, that look like so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, West Indies, and Haitians, Shlaki. But their lineage go back to these other nations, to their father's side. I saw this interesting video that proved, that Argentina, that's a town. That's like I don't say a town, but that's like city of terrorists, man. Because a lot of them Argentinians are not Naphtali. A lot of them go back to Esau Edom. Now Naphtali is the Argentinians and Chileans. What I mean is by like the indigenous people of that land. You know, if your father goes back to the indigenous people of Chile, in Argentina, Peru, hey man, you go back to the tribe of Naphtali, you are an Israelite. But if your father goes back to the foreigners of that land, you know what I'm saying, like a German or a Frenchman or a conquistador, then there's likely that there's a high chance that you are Edomite. Shalakia. I'm just coming off the sickness that I had. Barely can, these couple of days, it was hard for me to move or make videos or get my voice back. So, I pray that this video be edifying. I'm going to show you this video real quick. See? So it says, for over 150 years, Latin American governments paid Europeans. And it was called, hold on, give me a second. Hold on, my fault, give me 1 second, my fault. And it was called Blanco Aminto, a racist campaign to whiten their entire populations. And that's what Esau, not just only did he did in South America, but also North America as well, with Judah, Reuben, and Gad, to whiten the so-called other races to make them look like Edomites. That's why you got white passing today, or that's why you got a lot of Jakes that look, white. And that's why you got a lot of chocolate Edomites amongst us, man. A lot of terrorists amongst us. If you've seen this painting, I think it's called the Mark of Cain. All right. This old painting, I believe, is called the Mark of Cain, and it goes back to that theory that black people, so-called black people, which this theory is false, but they claim that so-called black people were Hamites, or African Americans were Hamites, and their dark skin was a curse. Now, remind you, this is Esau's what's it called? Eugenics, And they did the same, like I said, they did the same thing to Gad. They were trying to whitenize Gad, kill the Indian, save the man. And that's why you have a lot of Gadites that look white. And you have a lot of terrorists amongst Gad. But usually, man, there's a lot of terrorists amongst us through white eugenics, turning other races into white people by reproducing and destroying the people of color, which is us, Jake. It says Brazil alone brought and 4 million Europeans offered them free land, houses, and cash bonuses. Right. And you may be thinking that, these are all Asherites. No, these are all Edomites, man. Now, you got some Asherites and amongst them. Hold on a second. Shit. My fault. I had to do something real quick, Shalaki. But you think that these are Asherites, but no, these are Edomites. And imagine this. Imagine, like, for example, one of these men that you see, they grow up and they have children with the Asherite woman, and they children look like, so-called Brazilians or Colombians. They got that Hispanic look, but their lineage go back to Esau, Edom. So a lot of our people are terrorists, man. A lot of so-called black people or Latinos and Native Americans that you think that there are people are actually Edomites, man. Remember, we've been underneath this man's enslavement for 500 plus years. And they said just in 3 generations, they want to purify the lineage from being dark to white. So I'm going to continue. See? 3 generations with white. So scientists create charts claiming it took 3 generations with white to purify, quote unquote, purify native and black blood. And let me say this too. There's nothing wrong with dark skin. All right. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is a melanated man. His angels are melanated men. Okay. Because in this world, they think that, iconoclasm and having blonde hair and blue eyes and light skin is beauty, but actually it's a curse. All right. Esau has something called the mark of Cain, that lighter skin, because everyone back then were people of pigmentation and melanin. So Shalaki for me rambling. Let's continue. You see? And also, let me say this will lead to a lot of Northern Kingdom, a lot of Hispanics that say, oh, my family go back to Europe. Well, possibly because you're a tear. You might be Edomite. Okay? It says, yep, did the same to the indigenous people in Australia and New Zealand, which were Japhites. It says when Latinos brag about having more European in their DNA. It says, and yet we were still here, blacker and melanated than ever. Right. All right, because they want to wipe out Jake. In Brazil, see, they wanted to whitenize Brazil. They still want to whitenize Brazil today. But Brazil makes most of Judah and Asher. Any other Northern Kingdom tribes and Southern Kingdom tribes. But mostly Judah and Asher. Okay, so let me grab Matthew real quick. This is Matthew. This is Matthew 13. And the Lord is going to certain things out. He's going to separate the wheat and the tares. Give me 1 second. All right, we'll make sure I have my microphone on. Okay. This is Matthew 13. Actually, grab Yep. This is Matthew 13 and 24. The kingdom of heaven is like unto a man which soweth good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemies came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. Right. So while we was in captivity, what would Esau do? He would sleep with our women. He forced himself upon them, or he married them. You know what I'm saying? And what he do? He will produce a lot of chocolate Edomite kids. All right, a lot of conquistador kids, man, that look like Issachar and Zebulon and Asher, but the lineage actually goes back to Esau, Edom, or these other nations. Okay, it says, but when the blade sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. Right. So when we came out of slavery, you know, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, you had tares amongst us that was also in slavery as well, because, you know, Esau's carnal. You know, if your skin darker than his, then you're a problem. So he don't care if you're a chocolate Edomite or you're actually a Jake, that you're going to be in captivity. But while we came out of captivity, you had tares amongst us. And you also got Hamites amongst us as well. You know, African Americans. Okay, those are true African Americans is them Hamites. You have a lot of so-called black people that you think they are from Chicago, New York. You think they look like Jake, but their lineage go back to Ham. All right, that dude Polite, no light, I meant to say, he could be a Hamite, you know, because the energy that he had, he shot up he had to shot up the Bible. No Jake ever think of shooting up the Bible. You know, no matter how much a non-believer Jake can be, you know, Jake never thought of shooting up the Bible. So I believe that man could be a Hamite. But you have a lot of what you think they're so-called black Latino Native Americans amongst us, that you think that they're Jakes, but actually they're tares. Calling themselves African Americans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, calling themselves Native Americans. You have a lot of tares amongst Gad and Reuben. Look at the chiefs. Look at the chiefs of these native tribes. Okay, look at the chiefs of these native tribes. Now they look like Esau, Edom. Matter of fact, I want to show y'all something real quick. You know, some of them are Gad. Now, we're not going by skin color, but we just going by the spirit. But a lot of these so-called Native American tribe chiefs, see, are tares, man. Now, can there be light-skinned Gadites? Of course. See, this dude's this is a whole Edomite. This ain't no fucking Gadite. Now, Gad got blonde hair and blue eyes now and shit. Yeah, like I said, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these light-skinned so-called Native Americans could be some of them can be Gad, or some of them can be tares. These are old pictures of Gad, but this is what Gad used to look like. All right, and even darker. Gad was just darker than the same skin colors as Judah. You know. So look at this brother right here. You can see the melanin in this brother. See, you could just see the color coming off their skin. That melanin. These are straight up Gadites. But now you got so-called American Indian chiefs. See? Hold on. My fault. I just saw the picture. There we go. See? These are tares of the Choctaw nations. These niggas ain't Choctaws. These ain't Reuben or Gad. These are straight up tares, man. You can't tell me this ain't an Edomite, man. This is Matthew 13 and 27. So the servants of the householders came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field, from whence then have it tares? He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? Right. And that's what Jake wants to do today. Jake want to pick up guns and fight against Esau. Now, let's just hypothetically say this. If Jake pick up guns, I'm just making a hypothetical, scenario, made up scenario, just a what if. If Jake knew that they were Israelites, right? Which they do, but like if Jake actually knew that they were actually Israelites and pick up guns and started fighting against white people, they might shoot up somebody, maybe they might kill a so-called white person that is an Israelite. But they out of appearance, they look like a so-called white person. All right, let's just say like if IUIC or IUSBK picked up guns and they started to shoot down, let's just say Edom, so-called white people, a lot of them white people could be Jake. I'm just saying that if you took the carnal level, the carnal route, you may never know who you harm. You could harm you may kill an Edomite, but you actually could harm and kill a Jake that looked like an Edomite, or a Jake that looked like a Moabite or Ammonite. So that's what I'm saying. Jake want to gather the wheat today. Nah, man. Okay. We got to wait till Yahweh Shai to do that. 29, and he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye rub also the wheat with them. Right, like I said. All right, if you pick up a gun and trying to shoot down so-called white people, you may kill a white person that is actually an Israelite by their father's lineage. But in their outward appearance, they got that blonde hair, blue eyes, lighter skin complexion. So the angels of the Lord, the angels of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai knows who's an Israelite, who's not an Israelite. 30. Let both grow together until the harvest. And the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together the first the tares, bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat in my barn. Right. So the Lord is going to gather the tares, which are these chocolate Edomites, these heathens that look like Jake's, but their lineage go back to these other nations. He's going to gather them up and burn them. They're going to die just like an Edomite. All right. They're going to die just like a heathen. Okay. Actually, I want to find something real quick. Yeah, this dude is a terror, man. They ain't no fucking Gadite. I've been around Gadites before, man. My great grandmother was a Gadite, and my great grandfather. Those two were both Gadites. Let me grab let me see. What I was looking for. Jacob, rod of holiness. Stop. Saki, my cat. Vineyard. Let me see. Jacob shall be a clean vineyard. Jacob shall be a clean vineyard. KJV. Let me see. Holiness vineyard. This is Let me see. Actually, I could grab this. Actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna grab some. No, I'm sorry. Shalaki Akim. Israel. Let me see Israel. Damn, I can't find it. It's all right. It's all good. But basically, it was like basically saying, it was basically saying like Jacob shall be like a clean vineyard. Actually, let me see. Let me find this. If I can't find it, Lord will not find some. I find it in another. All right, Shalom. I found it. I found the scripture I was looking for. This is I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna grab Zechariah real quick. Zechariah 4:12. Canaanite, ex-Canaanite. 14. Never mind. That's what I meant. Zechariah 14:21. It says, yea, every pot in Jerusalem and Judah shall be holiness unto the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and all they that sacrifice shall come and take of them, and see if therein. In that day there shall be no more the Canaanite in the house of the Lord of hosts. Right, and there's no more going to be no Canaanites, which is Hamites. All right, no more Barack Obamas and Brother Polite. There's a lot of Hamites amongst Jake, them so-called Africans that claim to be so-called African American, Nigerian, Ghanaian, but their lineage go back to Ham. But it says there shall no more the Canaanite in the house of the Lord of hosts. Right, and that's what happened during when we was coming out of Egypt. You had heathens with us, but they was how can I say it? They were X'd out because in the land of the land of Canaan, Israel was going to inherit that land, not those heathens. That land belonged to us anyway. Okay. So a lot of these Hamites that you see, that you think they are Jake, that you think they call them African Americans, all right, Haitians, Jamaican, okay, West Africans, all right. A lot of those Hamites that you think they're Jake, okay, they're gonna be X'd out, man, because they're heathens too. Now I'm not saying Ghanaians and Nigerians and West Africans, all of them are Hamites. No, you got a lot of West Africans that are Jakes. But I'm saying the Hamites though, the Canaanites amongst us, man. So let me go back to Matthew 13 real quick. This is let me go Matthew 13. It says, let both grow until the harvest. In the time of the harvest, I have said to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in the bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. It says, I'm going to skip down to 37. He answered me and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man, which is Yahweh Shai. Okay? Because we are all come from the waters of Judah. All right? The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, which are Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, West Indies, and Haitians. Okay? We are the children of the kingdom. Because the kingdom is only for Israelites and Israelites only. It says, but the tares are the children of the wicked one, right? Okay, the tares are the children of the wicked one, right? So, for example, you have, because our people are, the 2/3 of our people are tares. But the literal tares, like, for example, Lenny Kravitz. You know what I'm saying? Lenny Kravitz, he's a tear. Side Kravitz, all right? Straight up small hat, an Amalekite. Okay, Mandela Stemberg. All right, she's a tear. All right, her father, straight up Edomite. Let me see, who's that black bitch that played in Black Panther. Let me see. It was yeah, Florence Kasumba. Yep, she could be a Hamite for all we know. You know, with that noggin on her fucking head, you know, she could be a damn Hamite. Or she could be a Jake, but this is a higher chance that she could be a Hamite. But these tares and these heathens amongst us, they're gonna be burned in the fire. It says the enemy. All right, it says Shalak. Let me go back to 38. It says, but the tares are the children of the wicked one, which were chocolate Edomites in the 2/3. 39. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. All right, Esau, Edom. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. Okay, because the angels are going to gather up Israelites, and the angels know who's an Israelite and who's not an Israelite. 40. As therefore the tares are gathered, burned in the fire, which is those thermonuclear missiles, so shall be in the end of this world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels. Yahushua is going to send forth his chariots, our so-called UFOs, the brothers, the angelic brothers, which is the angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them that do iniquity, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire, and they shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shall shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who have ears to hear, let them hear. Right. So the tares are going to be burned up in them ICBM missiles, but the jakes, the wheat. All right. Let's just say I'm thinking of a wheat. All right. Israelites that look like these other nations. All right. I'm just using this as an example. You know, Bill Burr. You know, he's an Israelite. There's another one, Lady Gaga. You know what I'm saying? She's an Israelite. Justin Bieber. Okay. All right, Justin Bieber. He's an Israelite. Justin Timberlake. He's an Israelite. So I'm just using this as an example. I'm not saying these actual celebrities are going to be saved. I'm saying that Israelites that look like them are going to be beamed up. Okay, because they're known as the wheat. And sometimes the wheat and the tare look exactly the same. Okay. So, amen. The Lord is going to re-cleanse the lineage of Israel and bring us back to the kingdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And the tares and the wheats, they're going to be burned up and be destroyed. All right. So, I'm going to end this video off here. Call Allah Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai B'Shem Rakah Kadash. Shalom.